another episode of It's All Questionable, the podcast. Today, I have my lovely two ladies. I have Patti in the house. I got Alicia in the house. I drove all the way down to Atlanta so I could get these girls on the show. And I'm so excited. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. They are both in the book, so we're going to elaborate on a few things that I, skimmed over. And we want to get some, a little bit more out of the story. And here we go. So, Miss Alicia, we've known each other for a long time, girl.
Mm-hmm.
You came into the Decatur crew
Lucky
when you started dating Matt, her now husband of how many years?
I'll be 15, November 15th.
Ooh, long time, girl. So she was the newest member of the Decatur crew, and now we love her so much. In the book, I do refer to her as the shusher.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that. Alicia is amazing. She's got so many wonderful, awesome qualities about her. I mean, this girl is the developer and the artist of the logo. It's All Questionable. So let's just start there. She's got her logo on all of our coffee mugs.
Beautiful, beautiful. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that, ladies. Woo! And she also is the one behind the subtitle on the book. It's Tales from the Single Life. Came from this brilliant mind, so people would know what the book is talking about.
Exactly. I told her, I said, hey, this book is awesome. The title is amazing, but you got to tell these people what they're getting into.
Yeah, you have no idea with just It's All Questionable. So a little detail there that I was missing. Thank you for that.
Fun stuff.
The fun stuff. So
the other thing is she's the youngest one of the group too.
She's the youngest one.
You wouldn't know it by your description of me in the book.
I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I made her sound like a wet blanket. And she is not a wet. Okay, I used the word shusher because it's true.
It's true.
So when people are all up at 3 o'clock in the morning, you have every right to be the shusher. You're tired.
Yeah.
It is 3 in the morning. People are still up.
I like my sleep.
She's like,
look, for all of you out there that like to sleep, I feel you because that's me.
I mean, I'm okay with you being the shusher. I don't think it's a bad thing. It's a funny thing because you're just known for that. But I also called her like the mother hen of the group, which I guess that's not really all that true. I mean, she does like to keep her chickens in line sometimes. We do have the tendency to get out of control.
Yes,
you do have to kind of calm us down a little bit. You're the responsible one of the group.
I'm the reasonable voice.
Yes, but you're not like a wet blanket. You're hilarious.
Thanks.
You're not.
So much.
Yes.
I love you.
I love you too, girl, and I love hanging out with you. I mean, you're a great addition. It's been 17 years of being the newest one of the group. We don't accept any other members, apparently. No additional members are allowed in the Decatur crew. We're done. We're capped out. So
we gotta have balance, right?
That's true. We need somebody to hold us accountable when we're being ridiculously wild and hammered. So we appreciate you, girl, and you're so much fun and beautiful. And then let's move over to this one, Miss Patti Pat. So she is also a member of the Decatur crew, and I believe I called you a people pleaser in the book.
You called it right.
Is this still
I've worked
thing?
on it. I have worked on it.
Okay, it's not a bad thing.
I think I'm better now.
But I think you hold your ground a little bit more nowadays. Now, like. You started
therapy helps a lot.
Sure, therapy does help. You give a little bit less F's than you used to when it comes to people's, perception, right?
That is correct.
Isn't that good? Is that a good way to put it?
Very true.
I think you called it out pretty correctly. I'm like, oh, she made me think a little bit nicer than I might be. I'm like,
no, she is. Right. She's the sweetest. Sweetest one.
She is the sweetest one of the group. Okay, I'm getting in trouble now. I got people on both sides of me that are the sweetest people in the whole world. So this was one of my stops on my nomadic trail when I was a little bit homeless. This one took me in. She lived Decatur.
Yeah.
And she was welcoming me with open arms, and I appreciated it. I was in a low spot in my life career-wise, and I needed a little help. So she took me in, and I tried to get out before my expiration date expired.
She did not have to get out. I enjoyed every single bit of it.
I mean, I loved living with you.
I know, it was
I
fun.
mean,
We had a good time.
We had a blast. I mean, she's always on these like trendy diet kicks, so she would take me with her on it. I'm like doing paleo, I'm doing all the things, all these crazy trendy stuff, and I was like, I was happy to oblige and just, you know, taste her tasty recipes with her. And we said,
I remember when you made me salmon one day though, and it was so pretty and it was beautiful. Both of the plates you had in your hand, you turned around and one went on the floor.
I do not remember that,
Yeah,
but I don't know. I really don't doubt it. So,
but that's okay. It went right back on the plate. It was all good.
It was 5-second rule kind of
Yeah.
thing? Oh, well, cool. We just kept it moving?
Yeah, we did. And
So,
it was delicious.
Do you remember the first time that we met?
I do.
By any chance?
I do.
All right, well, tell us about that, girl.
Jim's basement.
Oh, Jim's basement is a whole other episode we're going to get into later. But yeah, let's introduce the basement. The
That's
basement.
where I met you too.
Really?
Jim's basement
Oh,
was,
y'all did. Okay.
that was Super Bowl.
Yes,
Right?
the infamous Super Bowl parties at the Narcs house in the basement. For years and years and years and years, they have since retired that, but that was the place to go on Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
And I miss those parties. But yeah, Jim's basement was always the place to go, and apparently everybody meets there.
I know.
That's the place everybody meets. So tell us about it, Patty.
Well, I do remember. I don't remember why there was a party in the basement, because there was always a party in the basement, so who knows why. But Josh, one of the friends group who is also in the book,
Yep.
he had worked with Stephanie, so Stephanie was over, but I think she was already there. The whole group was kind of already there, and when I arrived, I walked down into the basement, and Stephanie and Mary Beth are both in a competition. They both had their bellies on these rolly chairs and were trying to get a starting point and trying to see who could go the farthest on the rolly carts. Man, that's the first night I met you.
Did I win?
I don't really remember. I'm
I
sorry.
won. I
Yes,
won.
you
I
definitely
definitely
won.
won. I definitely won.
Sorry, Mary
Anytime
Beth.
with Mary Beth, hey girl, I'm gonna win. Okay, even with the wrestling that you always cheat at, which we'll get into another time. But yes, Jim Narks is the best basement ever, and a lot of action has happened in that basement over the years, and I'll tell you more when I have Jim Nark on, because he's gonna want to chime in on this. So, what about us, girl? When we met at a bar, right?
Met at the bar. Classic,
Shocker.
which is also where I met Matt. So it just
Yes,
it worked
just
out.
goes with the flow. Yes, and so
you were dating Gary.
yeah. And I remember early on memory with you. This is kind of goes along with the shusher theme, if you will. She does like to have a good time. I'm gonna keep reiterating that, but this one memory still cracks me up. Her and Matt had a New Year's Eve party at their house. At their house, let's just say that again, okay? And there's one. How many bathrooms did you have in that house, girl? One bathroom. Do you know where I'm going with this? She decides this is the perfect time to take a bubble bath.
It was late.
She
Party
got
was
a
done.
house full of people.
It was only around midnight. It was not done.
The house full of people, and then people still have to go to the bathroom, and she's in there taking a bubble bath. We're like, hello.
I was cold.
She was cold.
I was tired.
She was tired.
I was drunk.
It was time. It's time to take a bubble bath, girl. I get it. I mean, you know, there's the time and the place, and that was it. So
I just closed the shower curtain and said, "Come on in and do your thing."
Just don't flush, because my water will go cold. So yeah, that's a really funny memory of you. That's classic. So a couple more things. Let's just dive into the book a little bit. So towards the back, we got Country Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Country Boy, these two met and vetted. I want to say that because a lot of people vetted him, and he just turned out to be too much. I cannot believe I dated this guy for 3 months. That's like all these little country quirks that they were cute when they were individual. When we started adding them up, this guy was not normal. Okay, so the first time I brought him out of his comfort zone from the country into Atlanta, show up at Matt and Alicia's, Patty's there. They have a dog named Cooley, which is a Rhodesian Ridgeback, pretty big dog, right? I bring this country boy in to meet my friends, and then that's always a big deal when you insert somebody that you're dating, especially.
And we were excited to meet him.
Yes, and so I brought him up in there, and this guy's like one with the animals, like he just gets them, and they have a certain vibe in a relationship with any animal. So he walks in, and instead of interacting with the humans, he just gets on the floor and starts interacting with poor Cooley, and not like, hey, little puppy boy. It was like, hello, let me massage you, let me molest you, and it made
Cooley
us
was even
all
offended. And
Cooley
never got offended.
He was super offended and uncomfortable. He was all up in his space. All of us were uncomfortable. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, we're up here talking, and he's down there molesting a dog. And then he starts talking about very disgusting cow behavior things that have, like, ejaculations and stuff. Like, what? To people he just met. Why are we talking about cows ejaculating when at all?
Well, Steph.
Well, he did call me that, Steph.
Oh my gosh, the part in the book too though where will you please reenact it, because I know reading it I laughed really loud, but just use his voice.
Which part, girl?
When it said, Steph, you know what it is. Or something of that nature. She does it much better.
Steph, do you want some goober?
Oh,
No, the answer's always no. I don't, that is, Well, Steph, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yes.
No, you don't gotta go.
My favorite's the toilet paper.
Okay.
I mean, Cooley was fun because that was my dog, so I appreciated that, and that story will live on forever in my mind and in my memories. But the toilet paper is
Oh my gosh.
The toilet paper. Let's talk about the toilet paper. Hopefully nobody's eating right now. If you are, put it down, because this is disgusting. Like, who does this? This guy does. He has a perfectly functional toilet, okay? But he will not put his soiled toilet paper in it and flush
He
it.
takes a big poop.
He puts the dirty toilet paper in
He wants
the
to
trash
save it from
can.
there.
In the trash can, the open trash can. There's no lid. There's not even a lid. It's just, and it's full.
Is that in the book? I can't
Yes.
remember. Okay, yes,
I walked up into
Yeah, but
this.
it was just kind of lightly covered.
Yeah,
Not
so tell the
big.
story
Yeah.
again how
So,
this
yeah.
came to be.
I walked up into his bathroom, and this was getting towards the end when I was starting to get, like, fed up with his quirkiness, because he started to become disgusting, and this is a prime example. I walk up into this guy's bathroom, and his trash can is full to the top, full to the rim, of used toilet paper.
Did it smell?
Yes!
Yeah, it had to smell.
I was like, what is this?
Was there air
Sure.
freshener?
No. I started freaking out. I was like, what is this? And he's like, well, Steph, I used to live at a house where the toilet didn't work all that good, so I just put all of the toilet paper into the trash can. I was like, okay, but does your toilet work now? Yeah, but I just got in the habit of doing it like this. And I was like, oh my God, you have company. You have company. Why?
Is that when he said, do you want some goober?
No, my gosh, no. I said no to the goober, just so you know, FYI. And that's when I was taking a shower, and that mofo jumped in the shower and proceeded to pee.
Ew.
And I was like, I jumped out of there so fast. He's like, well, Steph, I gotta go, you gotta go. And I was like, no, that's not how this works. I told him to get out. I went back in the shower so I could rinse off from whatever I got from that nonsense, threw my clothes on, and got the hell out of there. And that was the beginning of the end of that nonsense. So, yeah, I put up with that.
Have you ever heard from him?
Nope.
No. And he lives in Nashville?
He lives in somewhere in the country, I think,
Okay, outside.
Lafayette or something like that.
I have
Down on
another
farm.
question about the book.
Yes, ma'am. Well, this is the time to ask, girl.
I know. Well, while reading it, I did not remember about Meredith's friend that she kept trying to hook you up with. I kind of remember, but then you never really answered what ended up happening with that. I needed to know.
Nothing. He just kept poking me on Facebook, and I would poke him back.
Do you remember the poke feature?
Like, why?
Yes.
That was that's like
I
every
love
now and then I would just get a poke. That's as far as that relationship went. I tried. She tried to hook us up for months. I don't think he was feeling me, and that's fine. I mean, he was a cool musician, and well, I really enjoyed his music, but that nothing
I
ever
didn't
set
remember
sail.
that though.
But she really wanted that to happen. You know, Relentless Meredith wanted that to happen so bad, but it wasn't in the cards.
It wouldn't even go.
She tries.
He is kind of cheesy, but it's alright. But you stick a guitar in a guy's hands, and it goes from mediocre to hot
Yeah.
on a stage.
Especially
That's what
if they can
happened.
Play.
Yes.
Yes.
So, yes. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I am so excited you guys were able to join me today. This was so fun, and I hope you guys had fun too. We're going to wrap things up, and we're going to put Mr. Matt Burrows on the next episode. So, thanks so much for joining, ladies.
Yes,
Thank
of course.
you.
We love you.
Yes.
Hey, my girls. All right.
A hard
Hmm?
back
Book.
book.